Well, got this at Rite Aid. The trick. 4 moles. Well, there it is. There's the gopher trap, which worked pretty well as others. Typical shovel. And what we're gonna do here today on the Smallville farm is I'm gonna show you a little trick on preventing the moles and gophers from coming back. As you can see, I did a little job here along the fence, and what I did was I went down along the fence, poked a hole. As you can see, each one, there's a hole here where I poked, dropped through there, another couple little holes there, and I'm going to show you what I put in there. Be right back. Okay, here's my little spray bottle. It's a 2-gallon, and basically what I do is I'll take if you have a pencil and a piece of paper, you can write down this home ingredient that we use to spray mole mounds, gopher mounds, tunnels, and as you can see, this little hole poker that I've made of my own here, and I ran a screw through it so it wouldn't come out. I make myself a little hole, and I take my repellent that I've made, put it down in the hole, and as I continue, a lot of the times you can go under a fence, keep poking along till you feel it give, and you fall in through the tunnel. Oh, there's one right there where I definitely fell through the tunnel, and give it a little squirt. And as you go around, I just poke around, see if I can find tunnels. There's a little mound there. Yep, there's a little tunnel. It's probably old, but I'm going to go ahead and spray it anyway. Put a little scent in there. And write this down. What we're going to use is good old castor oil. If you can get it at a health food store, they're a little bit stronger. It's not the food grade. It's a stronger smelling, which is what you want. You take castor oil and take like a 6-ounce bottle. Just buy yourself a little bottle of it. And in that 6-ounce bottle, you'll want to mix 2 to 4 tablespoons of just regular dish soap, Dawn dish soap or whatever. And you mix it with the castor oil first, because the dish soap will mix with the castor oil. And then you add approximately 4 tablespoons of that mixture that you have into a gallon of water. This is a 2-gallon container. So I used 8 tablespoons of that mixture that I made. It's 6 ounces of castor oil and a couple tablespoons, 2 to 4 tablespoons of dish soap. And you mix it with warm water, stir it up really good. You mix the castor oil and the dish soap together first. That's really important, so that way it doesn't foam up and become separated like oil and water do. But you just go through and spray, and I'll show you a couple different areas. I go around the bottom of the fence where I know some moles have been coming, and as you can see, I'm pretty much clear and free of my moles this year, except for that one section over there. And I also had to trap a squirrel, and we got a spot over there at a fence where the moles and the gophers just come in from the neighbors now, because they don't trap. So they breed them, and then once they hit the edge of my fence, they stop because they can smell the castor oil. Occasionally I'll have a trap that's just in 1 or 2 places in my farm. I have one trap over there where I know that they always come in from the neighbors along the road, and I just leave a trap hole over there with these cinch traps, and that seems to work really good. I take like an old refrigerator grate and I put over the top of it so the cats can't come and make a big mess or whatever. And then I just periodically, once a week, I'll check it, or if I see some mounds, I'll see it, and usually they'll try to come over onto the property and they'll get that one trap. So I'll show you some spots here where I'm going to poke and then feed some more of my good old mixture into. Hey guys, just thought I'd add a note also, like if you see along your garage or concrete, along the wall, retaining walls, down next to gardens, you can just poke around in there And of course you can just go around the edge of your property between you and your neighbor. And this castor oil, it doesn't kill them. It will just repel them. They'll just go somewhere else and dig. So, you know, if you want to keep them over your neighbor's house, that's the way to do it. Otherwise, you know, you get a certain spot where you know they're coming in, you can have a permanent trap and go from there. But now I'm going to go through here and see if I can find some spots under these rocks just to spray. Yep, there's one. Goes all the way down. Yeah, there's another one. So we'll soak those all the way in the tunnel. And the good thing about this is you can spray on top of the ground too, but if you spray in the tunnel, a little bit of rain is only going to help your system to where if you just spray it on the top, sometimes after rain you have to redo it again. But this way you get it inside the tunnel and it stays there for a long time. This is a test, but so far we're about 6 months before I see any more moles. Got a nice clean yard. Okay, here's the bottom of the fence here. I usually go over to the poles first because you can go and that's hard. That fell right through. That fell all the way down to the wood, so you don't have to use too much. They hate the smell of it, so they're going to, oh yeah, there's a run right here. I can feel it fall through. There's a run right, yep, there's another one. Falls all the way to the wood. And there's another one. So now I'm going to get each hole. And that's all you do. You just keep going. And pretty soon your wife is thanking you because there's no moles. This was just soaked about 6 months ago. And I got about 12, 18 moles before I got the whole family. But that was through trapping. Anyway, don't use anything else. Don't use the smoke bombs. I don't like using that because we're on well water. I don't care what they say. It's not use any poisons. If you use poisons or bait of other kinds, it can also poison an animal that eats it. So you get a good barn cat or something. You don't want to damage the barn cat. But just trap them. They're pretty easy to trap with those traps. I'll leave a link also where you can get the easiest and best traps that work. Not these big fat ones that I showed you at the beginning of the video. I use those just on my permanent traps. But you can buy smaller traps that are cinch traps that you can just, as soon as you find the little tunnel, you just slip them right down in there and have a little wire on them, and they get them every time. So anyway, if you like this, thumbs up, and hope you guys enjoyed the Smallville mole control video. Have a good one. About ready to go hop on my mower, and I'm not going to hit any dirt hills. Right, buddy? Right, Wilson? Right, buddy? Right, Wilson? That's my buddy Wilson. Say hi. Okay, everybody, thanks from the Smallville farm. Smallville. We'll talk to you later.